Just got married about 7 months ago, and being able to celebrate with my family was something I never thought was going to be possible.
I had a hard time imagining a world in which not only myself, but basically everyone I knew that was gay would be sort of out and proud and bringing their full selves to the world every day.
I didn't think I would ever be where I am today, right? I never thought that I could live as who I am.
I feel so affirmed in so many ways that I didn't imagine would happen, which also makes me angry for the ways in which members of our community are not fully equal and affirmed.
Equality, in essence, is mathematical. It is absolute. It either exists or it doesn't.
You know, if people still question whether or not the government or society or institutions are looking out for your best interest, there's not really full equality.
There are tons of issues that the LGBTQ community needs to be passionate about and fierce about.
I've seen just the cycle of girls who are HIV infected who just didn't want to deal with the system, that would rather have died in their house. They would be misgendered, they were treated terribly, and then to be infected with the disease, those girls didn't even want to be bothered with that.
The criminalization of HIV plays out in a way that is very harmful to both the LGBT community and communities of color.
I remember in one set of conversations downstate that so many people were telling me I drive 3, 4, 5 hours to the north side of Chicago to get my health care because I am not convinced that I can find health care that is adequate and affirming and supportive in my own community.
If you need health care, you should be able to get it.
So there's one trans-identified youth, a beautiful young girl I met. In her case, the principal was hyper discriminatory towards her and misgendered her and told her to her face, "I will never see you more than just a young man."
I've seen a number of litigants in court who are fighting against incredibly terrible policies that school boards in Illinois have promulgated because parents, again, they're fearful, they don't understand trans issues, and at the end of the day, trans students suffer.
With a solid education, feeling affirmed at school, being able to be yourself, seeing role models and examples of success coming from your own community sets you up for a position that gives you true equality. We see this hyper-focused population of LGBT people that end up in the criminal justice system simply because they don't have equality at a young age.
I immediately thought about CeCe McDonald, and then I immediately thought about Kai Peterson's cases. Healthcare and criminal justice and how those overlap so often today, and where the gap is.
Whether it's on the defendant side or on the victim side, there's a lot of work to be done to ensure that LGBTQ people are not pushed into the prison system or unjustly punished or disproportionately punished.
Where do we find a balance between what is criminal and what is human?
If we are homeless and undereducated and not as healthy as we deserve to be, we are more likely to be caught up in a criminal justice system, which then in turn won't treat us fairly. All of these issues that we face don't come into our lives as isolated silos, but run into and run across each other. We're going to continue to defend our rights and fight for pro-LGBTQ policies. with a particular focus on making sure that our education systems, our healthcare systems, our criminal justice systems are fair and equal places.
Equality Illinois has been really a leader in this country on the issue of banning LGBTQ panic defenses, which Illinois is now the second state in the country to ban those types of defenses.
It is hard to expect the system to respond to your needs if you're not engaged and active and vocal and be true partners in the running of the society.
So we need to be out in the streets, we need to be out at public meetings, we need to be meeting with our legislators, we need to be talking in public venues. That's how change happens.
If we're going to live in this country, if we're going to exert power in this state, there is no option other than to make sure that LGBTQ people are civically powerful.
Equality Illinois works to get LGBTQ persons in positions of influence throughout the state of Illinois.
Equality Illinois is supporting folks who are running for office to make sure that we are being fully represented and fully equal in our society and in our state.
It's focusing on the policy and the people and the power that when it comes together makes the whole thing fly.
That's the beauty of Equality Illinois. We all have a place here, and we can take our voices and make real change.
Equality Illinois has helped advance a conversation about what it actually means to have full participation of the LGBT community in our state, in our democracy.
Equality is within our reach, but only if we demand it with our actions. And I believe that's exactly what Equality Illinois does every day and night.